Hi, this is Kathie. Welcome to Craft with Kathie. I'm coming at you from the suburbs west of Chicago. If you would do me a favor and drop a line and let me know where you're viewing from, that would be great. Tonight's project I'm going to do on the opposite side of the bad decisions, the other side of the chalkboard. I did the bad decisions yesterday, so on this side I'm going to use a transfer from our Flowers and Blooms collection. This is called Flower Bouquet. And the Flower and Blooms collection is a collection of transfers of different sizes that coordinate together so that you can mix and match elements from the individual transfers. Another transfer in the collection is excuse me, hope in a little flower. So you can see that the design elements coordinate, and it's always great when you could customize as opposed. I mean, I'm not complaining about the transfers because the design on both of these is beautiful, but you can customize as you want. So I think this helps a little bit, and I'm pretty sure there's a third piece, but I haven't ordered that yet. Next order. Anyway, I'm coming at you from the suburbs west of Chicago. If you could drop a little line and let me know where you're viewing from, that would be great. This transfer is 5x7. Works great on our board and base. Perfect for placement on it vertically. Our transfers are made out of vinyl, which is the teal area. Silk screen, which is, we're seeing through to the white backer, and it really is silk screen, and they're adhesive backed and reusable. So just like our chalkboards, you can use this over and over, 8 to 12 times with proper care or more. So to get started, I want to take this transfer off of its backing paper. The backing paper, one side is dull, the other side is shiny, and it's kind of like, it's not wax paper. Like, it actually reminds me, interestingly enough, of freezer paper. It has that coating. The adhesive side of our transfer and the shiny side of our backer or our carrier sheet, and this is the thing that reminds me of freezer paper. When you're done cleaning your transfer and you put things back together, you always put the shiny side of the carrier or backer against the adhesive side of the transfer. So that way the adhesive doesn't stick to anything else. So I'm going to set that backer aside. This is my fuzzing towel. If you don't have a fuzzing towel, you can use a regular towel, a pair of jeans, a sweater, whatever you have around that might have a little lint. This transfer is brand new, so I want to diminish the adhesive. Can you see it sticking to my thumb pretty strongly? I want to lessen that stickiness by deliberately applying a little bit of lint to it. Oh my goodness, look at how sticky this is. It's really sticking to my terry cloth. One side of the fuzzing towel is terry, that's the side that you use to fuzz your transfer, and the other side is microfiber that's used for cleaning your boards or actually drying your transfers out a little bit. So I'm going to lift this up, place it back down. I usually fuzz about 3 or 4 times. This is a little stickier, more sticky than normal, so I'm going to actually fuzz it 4 times. And that's it. And then when I clean it up, I'll remove the lint and it renews the adhesive. I'm going to place this transfer near the top of my board because the bottom ½ inch or so goes into the little slot, and I don't want to have my wording or anything obscured by that. So I'm just laying it on here straight. It's really hot in the Chicago area today. We had a high temp of 88. And I absolutely refuse to put the air conditioner on because it's April and it's crazy. And a couple days ago it was snowing. So whatever, but who would think we'd go from high 20s, low 30s to 88 degrees in like 4 days. Craziness. Okay, I think I'm going to paint the tulips raspberry sorbet. Ooh, doesn't that look good enough to eat? I'm going to do the leaves in olive shimmer. Some of the wording in our bright white. I think I'm going to do that dream was in bright white and in your heart for a reason in the white, and do the planted in the raspberry sorbet. At least that's what I'm thinking so far. Our chalk paste, it is paste, it's not paint, a total different thing, is made from chalk and is water soluble, goes on liquid, dries hard. So I'm going to, oh goodness, I'm trying to decide where I want to start. I might as well just start at the top. I'm going to check the consistency of my paste. I want it to be between a sour cream and a yogurt kind of consistency. See, it's not dripping, it's holding together. If it was a little bit thicker, I'd thin it down with water, but I think this is fine. If you need to thin your paste, you always want to use distilled water because you don't want any minerals in the water impacting the pigments of your paste and altering the color in any way. You know, actually, I think I'm going to put the green on first, just so that I could get into that area. It's going to be a little tight for me. So this is our olive shimmer. Ooh, this actually looks like it thickened up. Let me add a little spritz of water. Stir that up. If I spray too much water and it's too thin, then all I need to do is leave the cover off until it thickens up. But this looks like it's pretty good. Yep, holding its shape fine. So I'm going to apply the paste to my surface, to the transfer that's on top of my surface, and then I'm going to use a little squeegee to push the paste through the silk screen to the surface below. And I want to make sure I get everything covered on the silk screen. I don't want to hit something that I don't want to cover though. So once I have everything covered, then I want to go back and remove the excess paste. And smooth any lines that might be there. Oops, I missed a little tiny bit on this little bud. There, I just caught it. Then I want to put the excess paste. Oops, I missed a little bud over here too. Helps to check your work. Then I'm going to put the excess paste back in the jar. No sense wasting it. A little paste goes a long way. Okay, now I'm going to add the raspberry for the tulips, the raspberry sorbet. Clean squeegee. And the same process, just cover the silk screen with the chalk paste, smooth it through. Make sure everything is covered. Remove any excess paste in any lines. returning the excess back into the jar. Then I want to do That Dream Was in my bright white. So same process. Actually, I'm going to do a little peel and paste here because our shimmers always take a little bit longer to dry, but the raspberry sorbet is not a shimmer. And as this is taking me a little bit longer than normal for me, I want to make sure that the paste does not dry in the silkscreen. So I'm just trying to grab the top of this. You always want to peel from the top or bottom, left or right, never from a corner. Yeah, and actually I missed the top of this flower. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. So I want to peel it up to the bottom of my leaves and stems. Okay, right there. Everything looks pretty good so far. And I'm going to just let it drop back down. I am not going to press it down. Just let it fall on itself. And now I'm going to chalk the bright white for That Dream Was. Let me clean my stir stick. I thought I had more stir sticks out here. Okay. Check the consistency. This looks good. This is our newly formulated creamy dreamy paste, which is absolutely wonderful. And I'm using a mini squeegee to get into the tight areas here. I actually use a mini squeegee for quite a few of my projects. It's just more comfortable in my hand. We have lots of different size squeegees. So I'm removing the excess, smoothing it out, putting it back in the jar. And actually, I think I'm going to do the bottom because I was going to do that in the white anyway. Let me just do that before I come in there and do the planted in raspberry. I want to make sure I get the top of my letters, even though it's a little close. Yeah, maybe I should have done the raspberry first. Who knows? We'll see. I'm going to lift this a little bit more and lift it up over my white paste, That Dream Was, because I don't want that drying in the silk screen. So I'm going to go right up to the planted and just let this fall back down. I've got some excess. Let me get it off my squeegee, and then I'll go from the bottom towards the top to make sure I've got the bottom of my letters. And removing any excess paste, smoothing it out. Just taking another look. Getting rid of my lines here. Okay. Peel and reveal time. How beautiful is this? Simple, easy, quick. What more can you ask for? Our paste goes on liquid but does dry to a hard matte finish. You can see the colors changing slightly. It's lightening up. That's where it's dry. So it'll take about maybe 5 minutes or so for this to dry. And I'm going to just set it aside. Got a little white paint crumbs down here that let me just wipe that off. Oh. I guess I need a paper towel, don't I? Let me moisten it. So any mistakes are easily removed. When I tire of this design and don't want it on the board anymore, all I have to do is spritz it with a little water, wait a few minutes, and then wipe it off with a paper towel. Or use our board eraser, makes it even quicker to clean it off the surface. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Tomorrow starts the run of patriotic projects. Our new celebration catalog has some very exciting transfers, and I'm just itching to get working on them. We also have star cutouts that I should be receiving Friday, so if I'm bouncing off the walls with happiness and excitement for the Stars and Stripes transfer and the actual star cutouts, you'll understand why. Thank you again for watching. See you soon.